All right, you guys did a nice job on yesterday's quiz. Let's keep it rolling. All right, so today we're going to write linear functions. And we're going to use, yeah, I lied. Use slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Or we're going to use a new one, point-slope form, to write linear functions. And we're going to have a few word problems that is really, really simple. All right, so, whoa. That's not what I hit. What happened? I just lost it. You guys are a good-looking group, aren't you?
Jesus, Hunter, look at you.
Good joke. Nice smile.
Hey, Bob.
All right, so here's point slope forms. Go ahead and write that down in your notes. In case you, what? Yes. Thanks for checking. All right, so what's the M stand for? Slope. Very good. What's the X1, Y1 stand for? The point, right? Okay, so again, the M represents the slope, and the X1, Y1 represents the point, or point slope form. Cole, happy birthday tomorrow. You want your birthday present right now for me?
Oh, yeah, I want it now.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a, whatever you call it. All right, I'll go. Give me the tag, right? Give him that. Enter the tag. Give him the tag. Let's go.
Keep your phone in here, please. Is that it right there?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, just leave it there, please. Thank you, sir. You can, yeah, so we don't bother you. Is there anybody else that needs to? I don't think so today. Chelsea's not here. Oh, Garrett.
What's that? What am I thinking?
Yesterday. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not his birthday.
No. Just because I like him so much, I'm going to give him a present.
Let's go. Good luck.
Phone stays. Thank you. You can go out there. Don't talk to Cole about it. He doesn't know anything. Okay, so it says write the equation of the graph line in slope-intercept form. Joseph, go ahead. Help me out here. There's the picture. Right, so what is that, the M or the B? Very good. Oops, let's get this.
And then I go 1, 1.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the equation?
Y equals 1x plus 1.
You are so smart.
Yeah.
You guys can all do that, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there a question though of why we got those or how we got those? Guys are making my job so easy. Hannah,
What?
no phone.
Oh.
Okay, everybody understand why it's 1x plus 1? Dole, you got it? Liz Dole? Sharp, Dole, you guys get it? All right. Was it? Really? Alyssa? Yep, B is 8. Very good. That's right here. Let's just say this is the point. Make it easy on you. Because it's kind of hard to see.
1 over 0.5.
Let's look at this point from there to make it easier on you.
Negative 1 or
Or 1
What?
over 3.
What, did you say 1 over 3?
Negative 1.
It's negative, but look, go from here to there.
3 over 8. We have 8 over 3.
Yeah. Again, if you look at this one, that you could say negative 3 over 1. But I just said, let's pick this one, because I know it's kind of hard to see. Those are different. Like if we use that point, it would be negative 3. If it's this one, it's negative 8/3. Okay? Autumn.
Couldn't you go over 3 down either?
You could, but remember, the rise, it's rise over run, right?
Yeah.
And rise is up and down, right? So if you want to count over 3 first, that's okay, but remember, it goes in the bottom. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't care which ones you count first, but just remember, the one that you're counting up and down is in the top, and the one you're counting right and left is in the bottom. Okay? Gary, let's use this point and this point.
Okay.
What's B and what's M?
Y equals 1 over.
Let's do the B first. What's the B value?
Negative 2 or 2.
2, yeah. So we're gonna put minus 2 there, right? Okay, so just count from this point to the one I said here. So it's a little easier to see.
Eight.
Okay? I know, it's hard to tell from back there. How far did you go over?
3.
Yeah. So we got 8/3 again, but this is how it worked out. But you guys okay with that type of problem?
Yeah.
So you should be able to look at a graph on an XY coordinate system, graph paper system, and tell me the equation of it. That's one thing you gotta be able to do today. Okay? Second thing, you need to know, I'll make it bigger because it's kind of hard to see. This is the slope formula. If you're given 2 points that are on a line, second y minus first y over second x minus first x. You guys remember this, but sometimes you'll flip them. Okay? You guys always remember rise over run, don't you? Remember what rise means? Up and down, right? Which axis is up and down? The y. Right? That's why the y's are in the top. And then the run is the horizontal axis, which is which one? That's the x-axis, right? Every year, I get kids who give me the reciprocal. All right? Don't do that. It's me trying to upset me. Brady, don't you do it. Don't you do it. You do? Bone saw. You don't want to know what the bone saw is. Right, Gabriel?
Feels good. Feels good.
Questions? You guys, this is from,
Algebra 1.
Algebra 1, right? Just a reminder here, a little review. Okay, so. Tell me what to write. Audrey,
So that one to find the slope,
to find the slope, yep.
you would do 1 to the, -5 minus 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start with y2.
Yeah.
It would have been okay if you started with the other one.
Oh,
-5 minus,
1.
good,
And then it would be -1.
good.
Wait. 2 minus 1. So it
Right.
would be +1.
Yeah, it becomes +1. Minus a negative is plus, right? Now, it really doesn't matter which y you start with. But be consistent. You know, she started with 1. That's okay. If she said 1 minus -5 for the y's, then she has to say -1 minus 2 for the x's. Just be consistent. That way you'll get the right sign, positive or negative, okay? So if you don't want to remember y2 minus y1, you can just go y minus y and x minus x. Just be consistent. Go in the same direction. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Okay, so -6 is the numerator and 3 is denominator. Always reduce it. So if you want to just write -2, that's okay. If we have to graph it, keep it over 1 so you know how far to go over. We good? You guys are good, right? Look and feel good? You are good. You guys are awesome. All right, Mr. Batchick, find the slope, please.
Repeat. Alrighty.
Well, tell me what numbers you're looking at. Right, fill in the formula for me.
Well, x is +4 and the y is +3.
Okay? So how'd you get +4?
4 to 8 is +4.
Right, 8 minus 4. Is that in the top or the bottom?
Okay, the own solver. Oh my god.
I said, don't do that.
Oh, we were on that.
Rise, overrun.
Oh, that's fine. That's the bottom.
Yes.
Oh, water.
What's the top?
5 minus 2.
Good. Okay? Doesn't matter which 2 points from the table I pick. Good. Hannah, does it matter which 2 points I pick?
No.
No. You can pick any 2. You guys understand that? So instead of giving you 2 points, they gave you 4 points. That's the only difference in this problem and the one before. There we go.
It does have to be correlated, right? So if you pick 5, it would have to be 8 instead of 12.
Yeah, you pick the 5 minus 2, you gotta go 8 minus 4. If you go 2 minus 5, then you go 4 minus 8.
Can you do 16 minus 4 and 11 minus 2?
Yes. What's 16 minus 4?
12.
12. What's 11 minus 2?
9.
Divide 3 into them.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
That doesn't work.
This is x over y, right? Nobody's paying attention.
Oh. You messed up. I meant 9 over.
No, I was just seeing if you're paying
I
attention.
meant 9 over 12.
Yeah, I did. What's 9 divided by 3? 3. 12 divided by 3? Alright, so we get it. Okay? Alright. Gabe,
Yup.
what's M? No. Give me 2 points on that line. Say that again? Okay, that's 1. What's another one? That's right there. That's not-
0, -2, 0, -2.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, so y2 minus y1 x2 x1. What's that equal? 0. So the slope of a horizontal line is always 0, because you're going to get 0 in the numerator. What if it was vertical? Undefined, because we'll get what in the denominator? 0. I would just learn those. Okay? Horizontal lines, slope is 0. Vertical line, undefined, or sometimes we say no slope. Okay? You okay with those examples and questions? All right. Good job. We don't need to do this again, do we?
No.
We got this part when you get a table? Okay.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Okay, we already wrote this down, right? You didn't?
I mean, I didn't go on that.
I'll make it bigger so you can see it. These ones are called subscripts, okay? The x1, y1 is the points you're given, okay? This just is always y, this is just always x, okay? So, let's see how we can use it. Oh, it's right up there still for you. All right, so what can I write, Ava?
Is there anything else to the sentence?
No.
Y minus 1 equals 3/8, 1 parentheses, x minus 8.
Yes, very good. Just substitute the y value 1 for the y1, the x value 8 for the x1, and then 3/8 in for slopes, the m. Okay, so now it's in point slope form. When they want us to do these problems, they always want us to put it in slope-intercept form when we're done. Which means what, Kendra? Slope-intercept form. What's slope-intercept form? That's in point slope form. They're going to say, put it in slope-intercept form when we're done doing the problem. Yeah, they just want us to get y by itself, right? So if you use this method, they still want you to get y by itself. So, Robert, what do I do first to get y by itself? Well, no, I wouldn't do that first. He said add one. Distribute, yes. Do the distribute first. Distribution. All right? So this would be y minus 1 equals 3/8 x. A positive times negative is negative. What happens to these 8's? They cancel, right? So what's the answer? 3. y by itself yet?
No.
No. What else? Add the 1. So our answer in slope-intercept form is that. Okay? So that's the method using point slope. If you don't like that, you can do this method. Because eventually they want you to put it like this anyway, right? So if you want, you can start out and put in what for M? 3/8. What for X? 8. And what for Y? 1. You guys see that? Put the 8 in for the X, 1 in for the Y, 3/8 for the M, and then we're going to solve for B. And what should we get when I solve for B? -2. Watch. What do we say happens to the 8's? Cancel, right? What's 1 minus 3? -2. So you just take this and put it in there. Actually, right there, right? Does that make sense? This is probably how you did it in Algebra 1. I don't think they showed you this in Algebra 1. I don't remember them. Maybe they did. Okay, but either way works. And either way is fine with me. Whichever you prefer. Okay? By the way, we're working a lot with lines right now, right? And graphing. So what should you have by next week? Your graphing calculator. Okay? So, like I said, if that's an issue for somebody, make sure you come see me. We'll figure out a way to help you out. Okay? So again, right, this is the same type of problem. What goes in here? Yeah, which is? -5. What goes here? 1, 3. What do I do with the -5? Distribute, right? Then what? To finish up, add the 3. So what's my B value? What's my B value? 8. Thank you. Okay? That's using point slope. I could do it the other way though, right? Anybody need to see me do it the other way? You understand what to do? Am I going too fast?
No.
Keeping up, Drake?
Yeah.
Good. All right, go ahead. You guys do this. Find the equation of the line that goes to those 2 points for me, please. Okay. Are you done? Thank you, sir.
Great, there you go.
Get it in slope-intercept form when you're done. Okay? Right? Slope-intercept form when you're done. So if you put it in point slope, you still got to get y by itself.
Do the way out. I'm not. Like any combination of that. Minus five. So the people do negative. Put it into the slope, right? Very good, sir.
But two negatives you want. No, same as the negative over there, a negative is there.
Cold, yeah.
What are you doing?
Take one of the points, whichever one you want. Put X point. That's all. Negative 3 minus 5. So don't make me ask. What's negative 3 minus 8?
What is negative 3 minus 8?
What is negative 3 minus 8?
Negative.
3. I'm lost.
Where did you say?
I'm lost. Negative 5.
Negative 8.
And
You only need 1 point. That just stays one. That one just stays one.
It's correct.
They'll use 1 point. They're using both sides. There's only 2 points. But there's one of the 2 points. Don't use both. Remember, we're using this formula.
What?
Yeah, you could. 1 point, that's all. Do what you did, but just pick 1 point. You are not allowed to say 1
Just 2 over 1.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, you're.
Hey, I have some more. Really, buddy.
That's what we need to get that. One of these. This will be X.
No, I need that. You get 4 for the.
You have to subtract, you have to add, the negative 4.
Actually, negative 4.
So what's that equal?
I don't know if that's right. I just took one of, wait.
Hey, Liz, are you two helping him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta help Cole out. Really, Joe? Where's the rest of it? You didn't finish?
I don't know where I'm at.
Well, you gotta give me any quick? No.
And then I read.
5 equals what plus B? Robert, you gotta catch him up, help him out. All right, here we go. You guys are doing really good. All right, we gotta do our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Minus a negative is what? Positive. What's 8 divided by 4? 2. So now I know m. To find the equation, once I know slope, how many points do I need? 1, right? Does it matter which one I pick? No. Right? So here's what I want to do. I'm going to do both methods. For one method, I'll use that point, and for one method, I'll use that point. The other method, I'll use that point. And you will see it doesn't matter which method you use or which point you use. Okay? So, y equals 2x plus b, or y minus, I'll use that point 5, equals m times x minus dx. Okay? So for this one, I'm using that point. For this one, I'm going to use this one. So what's my y value? -3. What's my x value? Thanks. You guys are really keeping up.
Focus.
What's 2 times -2? -4. What do I do with the -4? Add it. What's -3 plus 4? So I get y equals 2x plus 1. Just substitute 1 in for the b. We okay? Yep. Hold on, what's the problem?
I'm lost. That's fine, just keep going.
No, watch, focus. It's hard. I use this point when I get it this way. You understand where the 2 came from, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
It's fine, I'll just figure it, keep going.
I put the x in there, the y in there. Over here, I'm using this point. So it's y minus the y, which is 5, equals m, we figured it out, 2, x minus the x, which was 2. Distribute. Add the 5. What's -4 plus 5? Positive 1, right? You see? Either method works, either point works. But you need both points to find what? The slope. Abigail.
Okay, I got -1
Should be positive 1. Either way you do it.
I used the 5 and 2, and I did my -1. I can't figure out what.
Which form did you use? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So the y is 5, and that's a 2, right? What's 2 times 2?
4.
Subtract it. What's 5 minus 4? Okay? All right, the last thing I got to show you. How would you do this? How would you start before I go to the next last thing? Right, but what do you mean by the same thing as the other one? Got to find one first.
The
Slope. But instead of giving you 2 points, how many points are they giving you? 4. Does it matter which 2 you pick? No. That's only different. They're just giving you more points to pick from. Make sense? Everything else is the same. All right. What's this mean? Parallel lines. They don't intersect. What's that mean about their slopes? Same, right? What's that mean? They intersect to make what kind of an angle? 90-degree angle. All right, so what do we know about slopes?
They're difficult to tell.
And what?
opposite.
Opposite.
Yes.
Okay, so one's positive, one's negative. When they're perpendicular. Again, that's review for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Slope same, parallel, pay attention. Slope opposite reciprocals, perpendicular. So here's what it looks like, this type of problem. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form, parallel to this line and through that point. Okay? So, since it's parallel, what's my M value? The same, right? How do I write that as a fraction? 1.8. How do you say that properly? Instead of 1.8, 1 and 8/10. Very good. How do I write 1 and 8/10 as a fraction, not a mixed number? 18/10, right? 10 times 1 is 10 plus 8. Do we remember that? Well, now you do. So if you need to do perpendicular, what are we going to say our slope is? Negative 10 over 18, which we would say 5/9, right? We would reduce it. Okay, so parallel lines equal slopes. They use point slope form. X minus the x, y minus the y. They distributed. And then do what with the 2? Add it, right? So there's our answer. Okay? So you're going to have a few problems like that. They'll say parallel or perpendicular to let you know what slope you're supposed to use. Then you use the point they give you. Either method works. Point slope or y equals mx plus b. No slope-intercept form. All right? Any questions? Hey, you guys did really good this week. Keep up the good work.
Oh, you still gave us the homework.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, already got rid of it. Take your time. Oh, you know what you're doing. You're wrong on this one. I'll send it You're not gonna do all. No, you actually. I don't think so. During quarantine, it's still You can't kill me, Jerry. No, dude, you're working so hard. Oh. I don't even want to read. We're being caught on read. Yeah. No. We're not moving that
So what are you doing right now? Fire EMS.
Something what?
Are you guys? I actually got the invitation. No, we'll go the easy route.